You always want to shock the world going in as a 9 seed when only 5 make it through. We don't just want to come 5th, we want to go win every tournament.
Well, the resurgence of Little Rock men's golf is in full swing. Back in 2000, the Trojans made the NCAA Regionals for the first time in program history. The next year, they would repeat. What would follow is nearly a 20-year drought of making the postseason. And now, Little Rock has a three-peat on their hands, the Trojans making the Regionals for the 3rd straight season and winning a conference title in the Sun Belt and now the Ohio Valley Conference.
It's validation for what we do and what we've built here. I mean, it had been 20 years since we did it 3 years ago, and now to be going 3 years in a row to the NCAA Regionals is a huge accomplishment for us. And you know, the guys are excited about it, and they're eager to get out there and prove that we belong there.
3 guys that are on the team currently made it to the Nationals 2 years ago, so I think most of us know what it takes, and that helps giving us the confidence that we know we're definitely good enough to do it again.
We know that we're a dark horse. We all know we're good enough that we can compete with these top guys. I think that's how we have to approach regionals. Just believe that we can beat anyone and see what happens from there.
In 2021, Little Rock placed top 5 in the Stillwater Regional and made nationals for the first time. Last year, they placed 6th in regionals, just missing the national championship. Frontrunners heading into this year's OVC championship, Little Rock had a target on their back and won anyways.
Here, guys, come on.
Yeah. Taking home the title in their first year in the conference and earning an automatic bid to regionals.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a little different this year than the last couple of years where we were in the Sun Belt Conference. Like you said, new conference, new teams that we haven't seen or haven't played against before. So not always the easiest when you expect it to win. So I'm glad we could pull it off and play up to the expectations.
We jumped out to an early lead, shooting 11 under in the first round, and really made sure that every day was a new day for us, a new tournament per se, and made sure that we didn't let off the gas, that we went and, you know, continued to play our golf and knew that if we just played our golf and what we know how to do, that we would win.
On Wednesday, the Trojans found out they were pegged as the 9 seed in the Bath Regional in Michigan, set for play from May 15th to the 17th.
It's always interesting because you never know where you're going, you know, based off of what the latest rankings are. All the conference championships concluded the day before, so you know, it's one of those that's a little nerve-wracking, but it's fun to see, and it's exciting for the guys to, once you see Little Rock pop up on the screen and know where we're finally going instead of all the speculation. It was a lot of fun to see.
I've never played golf in Michigan, so obviously for me that's going to be a little different, and I think there's a few of us that haven't been up there played any golf. The seeds are there obviously, but for us it's just a number that's out there.
Being in this spot is a testament to the work this program has put in to get back to national relevance.
It's always special. I mean, we never take it for granted. It's always an accomplishment to make it to regionals. So even though it's been the 3rd year in a row, it's still something that we're proud of and that we work towards every year. So it's good to go back there again.
Well, it's been a great year for us. I mean, it started out the first 8 tournaments. We won 3 times. We finished 2nd 3 times and finished 3rd another. We knew we could play with anybody. It doesn't matter the name that's on that golf bag. We know and we have confidence in each other that we can step up no matter who it is and where it is, that we can play with the best on any given day. Building off of that is what we've kind of done all year.
Led by 2022 All-American and Byron Nelson Award finalist, senior Anton Albers, the Trojans will look to make more history in Michigan with their 2nd all-time Nationals appearance.
That would mean 2 of the last 3 years going to the national championship. Not many teams do that. You know, 7 of the top 30 teams last year sat at home after the regional championship, so it's not promised to you to get to nationals. And when we did that 2 years ago, you know, the guys got a taste of it, and that's kind of the most exciting thing, is because they've been on that stage and they're excited to get back and know that it takes a lot. It takes a lot of golf balls bouncing in the right direction, and it takes us capitalizing when that door cracks open for us to get back there. But it would be a huge success for this program, for any program really, but for ours to be on the map and to prove that we belong with the best would be a big validation for us.
It's probably just a little extra motivation that we couldn't get it done last year. Obviously we're the first ones out, coming 6th, but you always want to finish on a high note, especially for me, this being my last couple weeks of collegiate tournament golf. yeah, it's a huge motivation for me to go back. Not only because of all the records and everything, but just for me personally, leaving this place on a good note before I open a new chapter in my life. That would be pretty special to me.
Anton Albers, the individual champion of the OVC, a big leader for us. He's one of our captains, been a captain for us the last couple of years, and part of the German national team, but part of what's really changed our culture when he showed up here 4.5 years ago. His world ranking has been as high as 50 in the world last year, and he brings that expertise, he brings that international experience with us, and it bleeds into the rest of the guys, and they've seen what he's done, and he's more of a leader by example.
What Little Rock has going in their favor is already having played on big stages and upsetting talented teams. So Euler isn't shying away from this big stage of regionals. These golfers looking forward to surprising the country yet again.
I think we know we're all good enough. We can all compete with the top schools. I think we've proved that before in big events, in just regular season events. We've beaten a lot of the top teams.
The fact that we've been there and we've done it, it really helps the team. They know that it's just another tournament. We finish in the top 5, we go to the national championship. And, not just that, but we want to win the regionals. I mean, we believe that we have a team that is strong enough to go out and win. And yes, it is a daunting task, but it's golf, and anything can happen any given week. And these guys believe in themselves, and they're really getting into their form right now, which is exciting as a coach to see. And we know that we can compete.
It's definitely helped with leaders such as Anton on the team as a senior, and then obviously you've got other seniors like Magnus and Nico who have set good examples for guys like myself and some of the other sophomores and freshmen on the team. And then we've got Jansen coming from Texas Tech, who's just unbelievable talent when it comes to golf. It's good to play with guys like that every day. I think it makes everyone better. Just learn from the older guys, and we all gel together well outside of the golf course, which I think is a huge part of what makes the team so efficient. When we have more fun off the course, we can have more fun on the course. And when we have more fun on the course, we play better.
I think we work well as a team. We do everything together. We're all brothers. We're not only friends on the course, but off the course as well. So our team chemistry is really good. That's what was key 2 years ago when we made it to nationals, that everyone was fighting for each other. All of us making birdie on the last hole shows you how much of that team mentality is in all of us. And going to bigger fields where you play against those big teams at regionals, nationals, I think that's what really makes a big difference, and differences us from other teams, that we have this chemistry going and everybody is fighting for every single one of us. So yeah, I think that's going to be huge for us going into postseason.